Hi guys, welcome to episode 2, prepping for a Candida detox, clearing out the junk. Now, Candida is an issue that needs to be taken seriously, and there's so many people who actually suffer from this and don't realise, and that's why it's good to take the test, which I showed you in episode 1, because it can cause serious health problems if left untreated, and this could be treated by yourself. You wouldn't need to go and see someone or pay someone to do this. This is something you can do yourself. Now, you know how vital and potentially destructive Candida can be to your health. And by taking the test, you will begin your road to recovery. So once you know you have a problem, the next question is, how do you get rid of any overgrowth? Well, this is a question I used to ask myself, and trying many diets and books and stuff, which always failed for me. Hence why I'm compiling these episodes. And what I always emphasise is it's always very important you do your own research before doing anything, especially regarding health, because a lot of these things on the internet, people think, oh, if I just follow this, I'll feel better. But unfortunately, a lot of these are trial and error, and really only trying each of these yourself will you find if they work for you or not. But look into them properly, because a lot of people have intolerances, allergies, they can't tolerate certain foods. It's good to know about yourself as much as possible and apply with logic sense if a lot of these fit in. Just because people have had great success, it doesn't mean it will be great for you. It doesn't mean it won't work for you, but you just have to be careful. So instead of just going straight for something, do test it out, but gather as much research as you can. And sometimes this takes a long time, but you begin to discover and understand a lot more about yourself, your symptoms, and what's out there. So if you were to do a Google search on how to clear excess Candida, you'll come up with literally hundreds of diets, pills, powders and tonics that claim they will knock out Candida in no time. You'll need to practice discernment and critical thinking skills. Remember that a certain amount of Candida is not only beneficial, but actually necessary for proper health. It is only when the organisms grow out of balance that people experience problems. So, as I said, I started out researching it, finding these diets, found out some didn't work, did my own testing, and that certain things worked and certain things didn't. And as you become healthier and you realise that certain things you thought were good for you weren't, and this is all self-experience. A lot of successful treatments that I came across was a medicinal Candida Detox, which was resurrected from the history books by Dr. Jennifer Daniels, which was called the Candida Cleaner. I've got that in one of my videos, so you can, I'll put a link to that. And there's also a PDF, which is quite basic and small, so it's quite easy to follow. I'll put a link in the down below if you request it. Otherwise you can just check out the video. And we'll discuss a medicinal Candida detox for adults and children in the 3rd episode. But in this post, I will lay out the protocol for a diet to follow to get your body as healthy as possible for the next step. The ideal situation is to get your body ready to have a functional and beneficial detox of Candida and many other possible pathogens that reside in your body, such as worms. As with any important steps you take to change your life, optimizing the situation to put you in the path of success is important. In order to do this, you need to remove from your body, lifestyle, anything that can slow the process down. Here are some suggestions for the preparatory step. Hydrate yourself. Proper hydration is an essential part of life, but even more important when removing toxins. So probably have at least, if you're an adult, 2 to 3 litres a day of water spread out over the day, just to continuously flush your system and stay hydrated. You want to be having multiple bowel movements per day to help detox. Proper hydration is a critical part of that. The diet we recommend for this cleanse is also conducive towards regular elimination. So you want to have about 2 to 3 bowel movements a day. Don't worry if you don't have this in the beginning. This will happen. The cleaner your body gets, the more you start removing the junk from your diet, the more you'll have a constant, regular bowel movement throughout the day. If you need help in the beginning, because you suffer from constipation or something, check out my videos on coffee enemas, which are very effective and easy to do for clearing out the bowel and intestine. Now, most of you probably think I'm not going to be sticking that in my behind, but it's very effective and you feel very good afterwards, and it completely clears out some blockages. But the main purpose, it gets your liver and bile flow going to release all the toxins, and then the coffee enema will flush them out as well. If you have some die-off symptoms from this, which depending on how toxic you are, you can take clay, bentonite clay, or activated charcoal, but wait at least an hour after doing the coffee enema, and do not eat for at least 2 hours after taking the charcoal, because all that will do is absorb all the goodness in the food you eat as well. So you want to take those separately, and also make sure you drink at least a pint or a litre of water with the charcoal, because it expands immensely, so it will suck up all the water and you don't want to get more constipated, so make sure you drink enough water. Also cut out meat out of your diet. It's much harder for the body to digest than most food and slows down the process. You want things moving out as quickly as possible while detoxing. Also cut out dairy. Dairy is an inflammatory to your digestive system. Even if you don't feel like you have issues with dairy, it is proven to do this to everyone. So again, this slows down your digestive system, and in some cases feeds the candida you are trying to get rid of. Also, no processed foods, sugar, or anything that converts to certain types of sugar like wheat, corn, rice, etc. Whole raw fruit is okay, but jellies, concentrates and dried fruit should be avoided. If that eliminates most of your diet, you should probably rethink what you're putting into your body anyway. You'll be surprised how much more nourished you feel when you start feeding only yourself and not the Candida in your body. You have thousands of choices on what to eat. As many whole fruits and veggies as you can. Raw is preferable, but cooked is okay. So there's no limit to veggies, especially green ones. You just eat abundance of those, and they're really good for alkalizing the body, and feeding you with all the nutrients you need. You can eat fruits as well. So eat as many leafy greens as possible. Most of them except iceberg lettuce are amazing source of vitamins, minerals and protein. You can eat eggs, which are not dairy, in case you didn't know that. Be aware that some viruses that contribute to Candida overgrowth feed on eggs as well, but Candida itself does not feed on eggs. Plain potatoes, squash and root vegetables are okay, as long as they're not covered in bacon and cheese. There's a bit of a hit and miss, because I've worked with people that are fine with potatoes and squashes, but I myself did not do too well on them when I was clearing out my system. I stuck to more vegetables, leafy greens, legumes and beans, and there's so many negative things on legumes and beans, but in terms of fibre, this really helps bind everything together, and with the water it guarantees a bowel movement. So, you know, give it a try, see what works for you. I want you to achieve the best results you can, so try certain things for the fibre out to see if it helps you. So you should start this pre-cleanse protocol week before the actual medicinal Candida detox to maximise results. So do not go on to episode 3 until you start having 2 or 3 bowel movements, because you need to be flushing out your system. The basic idea is to nourish your body to keep it strong while doing the medicinal Candida detox. It is unwise to fast during this preparatory stage or during the detox itself, because it stops your body from eliminating frequently. So basically, once you get to the point where you are regular, you've cut all those things out of your diet, you're hydrated, you're eating all your greens, you've got enough fibre, you're well on your way to begin to heal. And I'll see you in episode 3. So thanks guys, and good luck with the first 2 episodes, and I know you will succeed when you get to episode 3. Thanks guys.